It was an episode unlike any other on BBC's Antiques Roadshow, one that transcended the usual excitement of discovering hidden treasures and instead touched the very depths of the human heart. Filmed in 2019 at the historic Dover Castle, this special installment marked 80 years since the outbreak of the Second World War, offering a poignant tribute to a time that forever shaped our world. But what truly set this episode apart wasn't just the historical significance. It was the raw, unscripted emotion that unfolded as the experts, for the first time ever, chose not to value the items before them. Instead of monetary worth, the focus shifted to the immeasurable value of the stories, the memories, and the human experiences embedded within these wartime relics. Viewers were captivated not by price tags, but by the powerful narratives that brought history to life in the most personal way imaginable. Echoes of a tumultuous time. Among the remarkable items brought forward was a photo album belonging to an Austrian soldier. Imagine holding in your hands a tangible piece of history, filled with snapshots from a tumultuous era. What truly stunned everyone was the revelation of an unseen photograph within its pages. A chilling glimpse of Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain's infamous meeting with Adolf Hitler in 1938. This wasn't just a picture, it was a window into a pivotal moment, a silent witness to the diplomatic dance that preceded the storm. The air in the room, and in living rooms across the nation, grew heavy with the weight of that history. But it was another segment that truly brought tears to the eyes of viewers and experts alike. A guest shared a series of letters, ordinary pieces of paper that carried an extraordinarily tragic tale. They belonged to a young girl named Audrey, who was just 9 years old when the war began. In a desperate attempt to keep her safe from the relentless bombings, Audrey was sent on a ship bound for Canada. It was a common story of the time, one of innocent children being evacuated, their small lives uprooted in the face of unimaginable danger. A story that silenced the room. As expert Bill Harriman began to read one of the letters, the atmosphere in the room shifted. His voice, usually steady and knowledgeable, wavered with emotion. Dated September 19, 1940, the letter was addressed to Audrey's parents. With each word Bill spoke, the heartbreaking reality of war unfolded before everyone's eyes. He read, his voice thick with sorrow, and it says, "Dear Mr. Mansfield, I am very distressed to inform you that in spite of all of the precautions taken by the ship carrying your child to Canada, it was torpedoed on Tuesday night, September 17th. A collective gasp seemed to ripple through the audience, both in Dover Castle and at home. The weight of those words was palpable. Bill continued, his voice barely above a whisper, "I am afraid your child was not amongst those reported as rescued." He then added, his own emotions clearly overflowing, "What a sad, sad thing." It was a moment that transcended the usual format of the show. Bill Harriman, a seasoned expert accustomed to the objective analysis of historical artifacts, was visibly moved to tears. He simply couldn't continue in his usual professional manner, and honestly, who could blame him? This wasn't about a collector's item. It was about a lost life, a shattered family, and the brutal reality of war. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the quiet sniffles of those witnessing this profoundly moving moment. An outpouring of emotion, the impact of Audrey's story, and indeed the entire special episode, was immediate and widespread. Social media platforms lit up with an outpouring of emotion from viewers, many of whom were brought to tears. One fan, clearly heartbroken, penned, "Heartbreaking collection of letters read out on #Antiques Roadshow WW2 show this evening. Rest in peace, little Audrey, gone but never forgotten." Another echoed the sentiment, simply stating, "In tears here." The raw authenticity of the moment resonated deeply. Little Audrey's tragic story told so beautifully on this evening's World War II special, one viewer wrote, "I was so moved. I can't wait for next week. A wonderful tribute to those who gave their lives." The episode wasn't just entertainment, it was a powerful, respectful remembrance. Another fan succinctly captured the emotional intensity. OMG #Antiques Roadshow so sad. Letters from World War II children. The shared experience of grief and remembrance connected millions, proving that some stories are priceless in a way money can never truly measure. More than just valuations. This special Antiques Roadshow episode served as a powerful reminder that history isn't just a collection of dates and facts, it's a tapestry woven with countless individual stories, each one filled with triumph, tragedy, courage, and resilience.